arrived from work today and I have a package waiting for me, and I'm fairly confident that this is from the company SMoove. I watched one of their videos and heard them pronounce their name, and it was SMoove. SMoove, basically. And I don't have the tools to operate this. There's a nail file I'm trying to open this with, so the results may look a bit redonkulous. Nope. Got one end open. And yes, it looks like the SMoove image stabilization stuff. So it's basically meant for making my shots a bit more steady. I paid for this ages ago. I can't even remember when I actually bought this thing. It is primarily for the mobile phone, but what I'm wondering, if it will stabilize a camera like this, then we can have even better image quality. Let's see.
Shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, just shut up.
So yes, this is an image stabilization system. And what do you call it? It kind of keeps the camera level. It doesn't do all axes, but it does a couple of them, and it is fairly all right. But it has. I need to check out how to operate the thing, because it vibrates in certain situations, and I don't think that's what's desired. But it kind of keeps the camera halfway stable. It's not the fanciest that I've seen, but it'll do. And as you can see, it kind of, and you can hear the motors, or the thing vibrates. So the mic on this one is most likely useless because of the vibration. But it's interesting. Let's see if it will prove to be of any use. Then it does a follow me mode in it, where it follows your voice and stuff like that. But I don't know how it works, so it'll take me a while to learn.
Shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, just shut up, shut up.
So, wanted to end this video because I've been working on converting those old videos under my new account, and it's proving to be quite painful. More than once it has, I now use Final Cut Pro, and it says share failed, and there's just an error saying that 1009 back-end error. Very helpful, and I don't know what to do with it. I know a surefire way of publishing is to first export them as a file onto your drive and then going on into the browser and then from there pulling them in. But that's a lot slower, but it's a more reliable process. I've now been cycling Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and I've been, yeah, that's one thing I want to mention. For the first time this summer or this year, I reached over 20 kilometers an hour, both to work and back. And today when I tried to do the same coming back, I was slightly slower coming back. It was something like 19.6 or 19.8 kilometers an hour. But yeah, the contributing things are that my condition is improved, that I feel that my condition has kind of, with this normal during the winter, like 2 or 3 times a week going back and forth to work, I still have these feelings of instability and stuff like that they're still there. But now that I've been exercising more, well, mainly with my balance, but now that I've been exercising more, I feel more stable on my feet, which is an absolutely marvelous thing. What do you want to say, Sophia? Do you want to say hi to the camera? It's recording at the moment. Or this one here.
Kato. Toi ei toimi. Yhteystiedot. Jos mä oon vaikka hengenvaarassa kello 9, enkä voi soittaa teille.
Se laitetaan kuntoon.
Voinko mä soittaa sun puhelimelta äitille?
Voit. Mä laitan sen nyt kuntoon. So yeah, that's something, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but we've installed screen time app on our kids' phones, and they have 2 hours each day, which is 1 hour more than the application suggests.
Shut up, shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, just shut up, shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, just shut up, shut up.
Unbelievable focus problems with that D60. Just does not want to focus on my face. So I had to do this. I held this scissors against my cheek to make something of contrast, and it focused on that. So I'm hoping you're in focus. What I was saying, I completely forget. Sophia came in. Yeah, we have FaceTime app installed, and the kids nowadays, they beg for more call time, and they're wanting to get more phone time or use my phone to call or whatever. But it's good. They have 2 hours and that's it. I've been wondering, after or even a long time before Trump got elected, I've been looking at American conservative outlets or media who speak about conservative stuff, And maybe it's just me, but I kind of warm up to their way of thinking about it, because I thought of myself of being liberal to an extent in my views. I am a fundamentalist Christian, so that kind of limits my views, so that they're not that liberal. But yeah, I think that the power of the PC culture, it's breaking, and it's no longer socially acceptable to retort to things like racist, you're a bigot, just because you have an opinion that is different from the rest. And the sooner this gets to Finland, the happier I am. Left-wing PC culture, it's just yeah. I would need to gather my thoughts to talk about it more intelligently. But if there's let's put it this way, if there's a war in my home country, most likely I pick a side. And if I'm at fighting age and fighting condition, wild horses could keep me away from defending my country. But here we have this group of East Asian men, fighting age men, coming here, living off and the amount of entitlement, it's just, as I said, I need to gather my thoughts, but I'm strongly of the opinion that social media is, as it did with Trump, so it shall with other things. It will make the people heard more than they currently are. And for me, and for the community, and community is too big of a word, but the people that are somehow related to MS, they pretty much know that we're being held back by the medical companies. Their CEOs fess up and they say, we're not here for the patient's benefit, we're here for the shareholder value. That's there, fair enough. But the thing is that they portray themselves as being for the patients, whereas they're not. It is not in the medical company's interest to come up with a drug that would actually heal you. It is in their interest to get you hooked up on something for life, or as long as possible. And they have an absolutely massive lobby to make that happen. You look at all the MS societies, either in Finland or I've been looking at in Canada, UK. Well, UK did a good thing. They, to my understanding, they said that we're not going to pay for these drugs because they, what do you call it? They do not do good for people. I think it was a study called Scheme. I dig up the references. But anyway, my point being that social media and what we're doing here, talking about the atrocities that medical companies and our neurologists who are in the pocket of the medical companies are doing to us, willfully destroying our lives, that will come out. Maybe not in the next 5 years. Who knows? But I have a strong hope that there would be some kind of a movement where people would understand that doctors are not out for their best, but for money. It's the only thing that drives them. Or not all of them. I know people, doctors, even have some of my friends that are necessarily not motivated by money as much, but as from a genuine desire to help people. But a lot of them have been or are in the pocket of medical companies. And I thank Jesus for whatever slight bit of wisdom I have received. Regardless of all of my rants before, or just there, our hope is in eternity. And Jesus Christ is your and my King, whether we like it or not.